A very good morning to all of you. I once again welcome you all to this current video lecture. In the last video lecture, we completed one important point from a syllabus that is called as the effect of temperature on a chemical reaction, how the temperature affects the rate of a chemical reaction. For that, we derive one expression or one equation. That equation is called as the Arrhenius equation. So what is the variation of the rate of a chemical reaction with respect to temperature? So for this purpose we studied the Arrhenius equation in two different forms. One form is called as the differential form and the second form is called as the integrated form. Now in a last lecture we stop at a one final equation. That equation is K is equal to A into e raised to minus Ea upon R into T. So that is a integrated rate equation of that Arrhenius, or it is a integrated form of Arrhenius equation. Now in this equation one important term is there. That term is called as this Ea. This Ea stands for energy of activation. Now we know very well that what is this energy of activation. So what is the role of this energy of activation? So we can say that as far as any chemical reaction is concerned, it has a fixed value or magnitude of this one energy, one important energy, and that energy is called as the energy of activation. Now what is meant by this energy of activation? So whenever a given reactants react together in order to convert into the product, so before converting into the product they must go through one important state, and that important state is nothing but the activated state, or it may called as the transition state. So in order to acquire that transition state or activated complex for a particular reactant, one amount of energy is required, and that amount of energy is called as the energy of activation. So we can say that energy of activation is nothing but the minimum amount of energy required for a reactant molecule in order to convert that reactant molecule into the transition state or into the activated state. So that energy is called as the activation energy. Now whenever we can say that the application of temperature or the temperature affects the rate of a chemical reaction, then it indirectly affects that energy, and that energy is nothing but this energy of activation. So energy of activation is very important in order to monitor the rate of a particular chemical reaction, or in order to study the mechanism of a particular chemical reaction. So whether a reaction is a slow, whether the reaction is a fast, so that slow and fast nature of a chemical reaction can be decided on the basis of the magnitude of this energy of activation. So this energy of activation is very important as far as the rate of a chemical reaction is concerned. So in the today's video lecture we are interested to study what are the different methods or what are the different sources by which we can calculate the energy of activation of a particular chemical reaction. How to calculate it? So for this purpose our today's point of discussion is nothing but the determination of energy of activation. We have to determine the energy of activation of a particular reaction, of a particular chemical reaction. So for this purpose some methods are there, so that some simple methods we are going to take in a current video lecture. So these points involves the two different methods for calculating or for determining the energy of activation. The first method is called as the graphical method, and second method is called as the analytical method. So first of all we start from the first important method for this determination of energy of activation. That method is called as the graphical method. That method is called as the graphical method. This is a graphical method. Now this is the first important method for determining this energy of activation. Now in order to determine this energy of activation we have to derive some simple equations. So first of all we know very well the two different forms of this Arrhenius equation. One is the differential, second is the integrated. So for this graphical method, we have to take the help of differential form of this Arrhenius equation. So we have differential form of Arrhenius equation as it is a d ln k upon dt is equal to EA upon R into T square. This is a differential form of the particular Arrhenius equation. dln k upon dt is equal to energy of activation divided by R into T square. We know very well the terms involved in this particular equation. Now, if I rearrange the given equation, if we rearrange the given equation, what it will give? So it will give us this is a, simply we get here ln k, this is a ln k is equal to, just we have to rearrange the given equation. So it will give ln k is equal to energy of activation divided by R, in a bracket we may write here 1 upon T square, sorry 1 upon T plus ln into A. What I have to take here? Now this is the next rearranged equation. So if we want to convert this differential form of Arrhenius equation into this next form of Arrhenius equation, so for this purpose what I have to take here? We have to rearrange this equation as well as we have to integrate this equation. So after rearrangement, after integration, this form of a differential form of Arrhenius equation converted into the next useful form of an equation. That equation is a ln k is equal to A upon R into minus 1 upon T plus ln into A. Now this ln A, this is a one constant, that is a constant of some integration. This is a constant of integration. We know these other terms. Now once we obtain this form of a particular differential, particular form of a equation, then we have to again rearrange this equation. We have to again rearrange this equation into the another most suitable or simple form. So what I have to take here? We have to rearrange this ln k is equal to ln k is equal to ln A minus energy of activation divided by R into T. So simply I rearrange the given equation. So you will get here ln k is equal to ln A minus EA upon R into T. Now once we obtain this form of a equation, in the next step what we have to take here? We have to carry out, we have to change the base. We have to change the base of this ln into the your natural logarithm. So what you have to take here? By changing the base. So just we have to changing the base of this equation. Our equation you will get here 2.303 is a log k is equal to 2.303 log A minus energy of activation divided by R into T. Just we convert, or just we take the logarithm on both these sides. So we will get here next equation 2.303 into log k is equal to 2.303 log A minus EA upon R into T. Once we obtain this type of the particular equation, after that again we have to carry out the simple rearrangement. Again this equation on the rearrangement gives the next form of the equation. So we write here on rearrangement you will get here log k is equal to, simply this log k is equal to, next is your log A, log k is equal to log A plus, what are the remaining terms? Plus in the bracket we may write here minus EA upon R into 1 upon T plus minus, this is the energy of activation divided by R into 1 upon T. So just we rearrange this simple form of equation into this next form, log k is equal to log A plus in the bracket minus EA upon R into 1 upon T. Now we have to take the help of this final equation to plot a simple graph in order to determine the energy of activation of a particular chemical reaction. So after obtaining this type of the equation, now this equation again is in the form of a straight line equation of y equal to mx plus c. So with the help of this equation, we have to plot or we have to sketch one simple graph. Now how to plot this graph? So just we have to take these two important terms. We have to plot this log k. We have to take or we have to plot this log k versus this 1 upon t. So if we plot this type of simple graph of log k versus 1 upon t, if we plot a simple graph of log k versus 1 upon a t, we get a straight line. So what you have to take here? Just we have to take here log k versus 1 upon t. So if I take or if we plot such a type of graph of log k versus 1 upon t, we will get the straight line nature of a graph. After it will give some values. So first of all, you will get the value for this slope is equal to, and nextly you will get here some type of the intercepts. So that is a intercept is equal to, that is a intercept is equal to. Now what we will get here? Now first of all, we are interested what type of slope value is obtained. So if we look towards carefully the above equation, what value of a slope is obtained? So slope is equal to minus EA upon R. So the value for this slope is a minus energy of activation divided by this R is there. So this type of the values obtained from the slope. Now if we rearrange this equation, the equation of this slope is equal to minus E upon R, we are interested to calculate sorry, one mistake is there, sorry for that. What is that mistake? Now in this equation we convert this equation into natural log. After this we have to carry out or we have to rearrange this equation. So what is it? Log k is equal to log a plus minus a upon r. So what is remaining there? The remaining term is a 2.303. So one number is there, 2.303. So that equation becomes minus a upon 2.303 into r. So that term is missing. So what we will get here now? If we plot a graph of this log k versus 1 upon t, we will get the straight line nature with intercept and slope. So what is the value for this slope? So slope comes out to be minus EA upon, this is a minus EA upon 2.303 into R. So this is the value of the slope. Once we obtain this slope, if we rearrange this equation, what you will get here? Energy of activation is equal to minus slope into 2.303 into R. Energy of activation is equal to minus slope into 2.303 into R. So this is a rearranged equation of this slope. And next remaining value is the intercept. So what is the value for this intercepts? It is equal to the log A. Is equal to the log A. So if we plot such a type of graph, we will get the two different values. One is for slope, second is for intercepts. Once we obtain this slope value and intercepts value, from a slope value, it is a very easy for us to calculate the energy of activation with the help of the value of this slope, and the remaining term is a gas constant. So it is a very simple method for determination of energy of activation. So for this purpose, what we have to do? We have to carry out a particular chemical reaction. We have to study it experimentally. So for this purpose, what we have to take here? We have to find out the rate constant. We have to find out the rate constant of a particular chemical reaction at a different time interval. We have to calculate the rate constant of a particular chemical reaction at a different time interval. After obtaining the different rate constant, we have to plot a graph of this log k versus 1 upon t, and after plotting these graphs, we will get the straight line nature with the value of this slope is equal to minus a upon 2.303 into r. If we rearrange it, you will get this type of equation for energy of activation, and by substituting the values of this slope and r in a particular equation, you can easily get the value of energy of activation for a particular chemical reaction. So this is a very simple method for determining of energy of activation. So this method is called as the graphical method. So what you have to consider in this graphical method? First of all, we have to consider the differential form of the Arrhenius equation. So that is a d ln k upon dt is equal to E upon RT square. Once we take this differential form, so this equation now converted into the next form of equation. So for this purpose, we have to carry out the rearrangement of this equation, as well as we have to carry out the integration. So if we carry out these two processes, so after that we get the next form of the equation, that is a ln k is equal to A upon minus A upon R into minus 1 upon t plus ln A. After this, what you have to take here, just we have to rearrange this above equation. So you will get the next form of equation, ln k is equal to ln A minus A upon RT. Once you obtain this equation, we have to convert this ln into the natural log. So we have to change the base. So for this purpose, we take the next form of this equation, that is a 2.303 log k is equal to 2.303 into log A minus A upon R into t. Now nextly, if I again rearrange this equation, we will get the next simple form of this equation, that is a log k is equal to log A plus in a bracket A upon 2.303 into R in a into 1 upon t. Once you obtain this, after that finally you have to plot a graph, and from this graph you will get the slope value. From that slope value you may calculate the energy of activation. So this is the important method for this determination of energy of activation. Now after this we have to study the second important method for this determination of this energy of activation. Second method we have to study now for determination of this energy of activation, and that method is nothing but the differential method. That method is nothing but the differential method. So for this purpose, again we have to consider some form of equations. So the second method is called as the differential method. Is differential method. Now this is the second method is called as the differential method. Now this is a very simple method. The second method, it is a analytical method. The second method is called as the analytical method. This is a analytical method. So we completed a first method called as the graphical method. Now the second important and simple method is a analytical method for determination of energy of activation. Now in order to consider this method, again we have to consider a simple form of the one equation. So we have one equation, simple equation, that is a log k is equal to log A, log k is equal to log A minus EA upon 2.303 into R into 1 upon t. So this is a simple form of equation is there, just we studied it in a previous method. So this is a simple form of one equation, log k is equal to log A minus A upon 2.303 R into 1 upon t. Now what you have to consider in this second analytical method? So we have to carry out a given chemical reaction at a two different temperature. We have to carry out the given chemical reaction at a two different temperature. One is the T1, second is called as the T2. Since the temperatures are different, so naturally we get the two different type of the rate constant. One is the K1 and second is called as the K2. So for studying this analytical method, we have to consider something, we have to assume something. So let K1 and K2, let K1 and K2 be the rate constant of a particular chemical reaction at two different temperature, T1 and T2. Getting it? Let K1 and K2 be the rate constant for a particular chemical reaction at a two different temperature, T1 and T2. Once we consider or once we assume these four different terms, K1, K2 and T1 and T2, we have to substitute these terms in a above equation. So if we substitute these two subcases in above equation, you get the two different forms of the above equation. So what are that? So first of all, it is a log k1 is equal to log a, log k1 is equal to log a minus energy of activation divided by 2.303 into r into 1 upon first is a T1. So what we can did here, just we substitute K1, that is the first rate constant at a temperature T1. So this is the equation number first. In a similar way, if we substitute the second rate constant as log K2 is equal to log A, log K2 is equal to log A minus energy of activation divided by 2.303 into R into 1 upon T2. So that is the equation number 2. So these two type of the different forms of the equations are obtained by assuming K1, K2 are the two different rate constant of a particular chemical reaction at the two different temperature T1 and T2. Once you obtain these two different forms of the equation 1 and 2, what you have to take next? Next, we have to carry out some simple function, a simple function we have to carry out. What we did here, we have to subtract equation number 1 from equation number 2. So by subtracting equation number 1 from 2, we get subtracting equation number 1 from 2. Simply subtracting equation number 1 from 2. What we have to consider here? So first equation is this, just we have to subtract it. So what we will get here? So it is a log K2 minus log K1. We will get here log K2 minus log K1 is equal to, what are the remaining terms in a right hand side? So if we look toward these two different forms of equation 1 and 2, the two common terms is there, log A and this log A. So log A get cancelled. So we can say that the final equation becomes log K2 minus log K1 is equal to, what are the remaining terms? Remaining terms are here minus EA upon 2.303 into R. This is also a common term is there in a second equation also. So it get common. So nextly what you will get here? So we may write this second form as energy of activation divided by 2.303 into R in a bracket. In a bracket, what are the remaining terms? Remaining terms are T1, 1 upon T1 and 1 upon T2. So what you will get here? Into T2 minus T1 divided by T1 into T2. So this type of final equation is obtained by subtracting equation number 1 from equation number 2. So that equation is a log K2 minus log K1 is equal to EA upon 2.303 into R into T2 minus T1 divided by T1 into T2. So this is a final equation for this analytical method. The same method may be written as this is a log K2 by K1 is equal to energy of activation divided by 2.303 into R in a bracket T2 minus T1 divided by T1 into T2. So with the help of this type of the simple equation, we may calculate the magnitude of energy of activation for a particular chemical reaction. So this is a very simple method for calculating, for determining the energy of activation. So for this purpose, we require to study a given chemical reaction at a two different temperature T1, T2, as well as we get the two different rate constant K1 and K2. So once we obtain these four different values, K1, K2, then T1 and T2, R is a gas constant. So if I substitute all these values, you can easily calculate or determine the value for this energy of activation. So this is a second important method for determination of energy of activation by the method called as the analytical method. So this method involves this type of the simple form of equation, log K equal to log A minus A upon 2.303 R into 1 upon T. After that, we have to consider something, or we have to assume something. So what is that? We have to consider the same chemical reaction at a two different temperature T1 and T2. That's why we get the two different rate constant K1 and K2. if we substitute these values in our equation, we get the two different forms of the equations, equation number 1 and equation number 2. After that, subtracting equation number 1 from equation number 2, we get the this form of equation, and this is the final equation for calculating the energy of activation for a particular chemical reaction. So in the today's video lecture, we consider a important point, determination of energy of activation, what is by energy of activation, and the two important methods for determination of this energy of activation. First method is called as the graphical method, and second method is called as the analytical method. So by considering this, today we can stop here. The remaining points we will cover in a upcoming video lecture. So with that, I stop here. Thank you.